Hi, I'm Jess with Beauty Roams and welcome back to my channel where I share skincare, beauty, and self-care tips from the road that you can do at home. Today I'm going to talk all about facial rolling. You may have seen these all over social media and you might be wondering what they actually do. And so in today's episode, I'm going to talk all about how it's anti-aging, the types of tools, who should be doing it, and diving in deep so you know everything about it. At the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step at-home facial rolling routine that you can follow along with. And if you take a moment, please like and comment on this video, let me know what you think, and also subscribe, and that way you'll never miss an episode from the road. So what is facial rolling? Facial rolling is a holistic, non-invasive approach to anti-aging. We are using a roller just like this to roll onto the skin, and it's going to promote a healthy glow. I'm going to go into the science on exactly what it does, but I do want to point out that a facial roller is not to be confused with a derma roller. A derma roller is going to have little tiny needles that poke out, and when you roll that onto the skin, it's creating little tiny holes in the skin. So it's completely different. And when you're rolling the skin, you're actually stimulating your lymphatic system, which is part of your circulatory system and helps to deliver oxygen and vital nutrients to organs throughout the body, and also helps to remove waste and toxins from those same organs. So it's an important part to maintain a healthy body and healthy skin. The cardiovascular system has the heart, which helps to pump the blood throughout the body, where your lymphatic system relies on body movement or daily exercise. And so it can happen where your lymph, this liquid under the skin, gets stagnant or gets stuck. And what happens there is that you'll experience puffiness, you'll see dullness of skin, and if you have a lot of stagnant lymph throughout the body, you could feel sick, just not feel well, and that's because there's a lot of buildup of toxins throughout the body that's just not getting flushed out. So to have a healthy lymphatic system, you want to move daily. Exercise is always encouraged, and you can also massage or you can also roll the face, and that's going to help with moving that lymph. So what kind of roller should you be using? I'm sure you've seen all kinds that are out there. You've seen big ones, small ones, some that are jade, some that are amethyst, some that are rose quartz, some that are smooth, some that have nodules on them, some that have two sides to them. And they all have a slight difference, but the truth in the matter is that no matter what tool you're purchasing, if it just sits on your counter and you don't use it, you're not going to see a benefit from it. So I like to say the best roller for you is one that you're going to use. So if you like the idea of using jade, if you like the idea of using a rose quartz, then get one that looks like that. You're going to get all the same benefit of lymphatic drainage it doesn't matter what kind you use. So something to note too, that this is green and it's labeled on there as jade stone, but a lot of the rollers, gua sha stones that are labeled jade actually aren't real jade. They're a dyed stone, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just that if you are spending money, $9 to $20, $30 in some cases, and you're thinking it's real jade and you're hoping you're getting the benefit of real jade, that's just not the case. Real stone, real jade is going to be much more expensive. But mine is not real jade and I like it. So it really just depends what you like. At the end of the day, if it's a jade roller, if it's an amethyst roller, if it's stainless steel, the fact that you're using it, you're going to be stimulating the lymphatic system and lymphatic drainage, and you're going to result in depuffing of the skin and giving a really pretty glow to the skin. So secrets out, they all work. It just depends what you enjoy using the most. So the next question I get is how to care for your roller. First off, if you're using one that's made of stone, stone's very fragile. So if you drop it, it can shatter and break. So always handle these with care. Second is, when you're using these rollers, that also means that you're using them on top of oils, you're using them on top of lotions. And so it's very important to wash these regularly. If you have built up oils left on the roller, oils can go rancid and you don't want to put that back on the skin. Again, if you have bacteria that's starting to build up on your roller, you don't want to roll that back onto the skin because that can cause congestion, that can cause rashing, that can cause breakouts. So very simply, you can use your face wash, you can use an antibacterial soap just to hand wash these in the sink and then pat them dry and lay them out to dry completely. But I recommend washing your roller after each use. Lastly, are there any people who shouldn't be facial rolling? And there are a few instances where I wouldn't recommend rolling, and that would be on sunburned skin, open wounded skin, also any active rashing that's happening. And then if you have rosacea, but you have an active episode of rosacea, I would hold off on rolling. In those instances, the skin's already compromised and we don't want to add any more additional activity to the skin and just let it do its thing. But facial rolling is good for really all skin types. If you're dry, if you're oily, if you're sensitive. It's also great male or female. It's great if you're young or if you're more mature. Anyone can benefit from facial rolling. I roll all the time. I roll my husband's skin, especially at night to help him go to sleep. He loves it. There's lots of benefits to it. And especially too, if you're experiencing some breakouts right now, which a lot of us are with the mask mandate, this is phenomenal for helping to increase that blood flow, to give nutrients to heal the blemish, but also to remove those toxins and move that lymph, so then that toxin can leave the skin and your blemish can heal faster. So rolling really is a great part of anyone's anti-aging routine because it helps to move the lymph. Now, is rolling the only option for moving lymph? And no, it's not. There's also facial massage with just your hands. There is gua sha, which is using a gua sha board. And those are all videos that you'll be able to find on my channel. Keep an eye out for those. And that reminds me, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe, please turn on those notifications, and please like the video. So to sum up everything that we've talked about, because we've kind of talked about a little bit about everything of this roller right here, facial rolling, what is it going to do? It's going to depuff the skin. It's going to give you a beautiful glow. It's very relaxing. One of the benefits that I love of this too is that it forces you to spend about 5 to 10 minutes on your skin every day. And what an amazing self-care ritual that you can do to yourself, and you will see cumulative benefits by doing that. The other things that we went over is, how do these actually work? Scientifically, what is it doing? And it's stimulating the lymphatic system. What kind of tool is best? Whatever tool you are going to use at home. So if it's a stone, if it's steel, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to use at home. And then how to care for it. Make sure that you are washing them regularly and you are letting them dry. And again, just avoid a roller if you're sunburned, you spent too much time out in the sun, you're experiencing some kind of rash, or you have some kind of open wound or cut, or unfortunately if you're experiencing a flare-up with your rosacea. But otherwise, phenomenal part to have in your skincare routine. If you still have any questions after watching this video, please leave a comment below and I would be happy to answer that for you. And next up, I'm going to show you a step-by-step at-home facial rolling routine that you can do at home